Good morning, Minecrafters, and welcome to the Minecraft family's first, but actual second attempt at a 100-day video. Yeah, the first one didn't go so well, to be honest. Well, that's not entirely true. We did do extremely well for first ever attempt at not just a 100-day video, but my wife and myself's first ever run on survival, and we made it to day 63. But ultimately, the nether got the better of my skills, and as you just saw, it ended in total disaster while attempting to bridge over some lava. Now don't get me wrong, I was actually super upset with myself, and so was Albie, that we had to delete not only our world and start again, but we did learn some very valuable lessons that we could take into our second attempt, and hopefully this time we can actually survive the whole 100 days and kill the Ender Dragon for the first ever time. So with all that said and done, let's start with some quick introductions, as I know that anybody actually watching this is indeed new to the channel and has absolutely no idea who any of us are. So I'm Pete, and I'm Dad. I'm 35, and to this day, with years of playing Minecraft under my belt, I've yet to ever actually kill the Ender Dragon, or complete a survival game. Normally, when my wife and I play, we play on creative and just have fun building. Now, for reference purposes in the videos, I'm the character that is in the Iron Man skin. Next then, it makes sense to introduce my wife Laura, or Mummy. Laura is 34 and again has played Minecraft for many years, but like me, she's always played on creative. But as I write this, she said she actually really enjoyed the process of doing a survival run, even if she did spend most of her time tending to the less risky tasks like mining around the base for coal, keeping the farm ticking over, collecting wood and other basic resources, but the most important thing, keeping on top of the chest room management, all of which, let's be honest, is extremely time consuming and monotonous, and she did it like an absolute trooper. So massive thank you to her, because it really did allow Albie and myself free range to go off and explore and make as much progress as we did elsewhere. Now again, for reference purposes, Laura in the video is in the Stitch skin, even though she is playing on Albie's account. So you'll always know who is playing, because that Stitch skin really stands out a mile away. Then finally, we have our annoying eldest son Albie, who is now 8 years old and thinks himself a bit of a Minecraft god, like all children do. And that's down to the many hundreds of hours of watching great Minecrafters like Loverfellow and Isaac, A Cookie God, Sword, and so many others that it would literally take a lifetime to list off. Now Albie is very noticeable in these videos because he's rocking the cool looking Master Chief skin. Don't think I need to say much more on that one. So moving on, why are we attempting a 100-day video? Well, as I said, Albie watches a lot of Minecraft, and we as a family love watching it with him. And he decided that he would love to give it a go himself, and I thought, well, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, if only I knew what I knew now, I may have thought twice about trying this challenge. But nonetheless, all the pain of the first attempt aside, we actually had a ton of fun as a family trying it, and look forward to our second attempt being more successful. Now then, without further ado, let's hop in and show you our first/second 100-day video. Day 1 started out the same way all Minecraft survival worlds start, and that was by fisting some trees and then the ground. This gave us some much needed wood and seeds so that we could start crafting and farming later in the day. I then quickly headed towards the location of our previous base, and I set about making the usual starter equipment. I crafted up a crafting table, an axe, a hoe, a pickaxe and a shovel. I then made it my first priority to head towards the villages that I knew were nearby and started the looting process. I stole all their hay bales, their beds, the few chests that were scattered about, the fences, the brewing stand, the cauldrons, composters, some torches, and then placed down my bed for some well-deserved sleep as we quickly entered day 2. Day 2 started in the same village obviously, and we started off by heading outside and grabbing the coal that I noticed the night before. Then using the lessons from our first attempt, I decided I would grab some cows very early on compared to our first attempt where we didn't get our first cows at home base until about day 50. Yeah, that's right, I made sure to apply the very harsh lessons this apparently simple block game had taught us in our previous attempt to survive 100 days, right from the start. Now I won't lie to you guys and say that it was the easiest of things, tricking 2 cows to follow my handful of wheat, but after a few missteps we finally managed to get the cows home, and using the previously acquired fences from our new friendly village, we had ourselves a starter cow farm. Oh yeah baby, we rolling in the money now. Day 2 and we already have a cow farm. This has to be a good omen, right? After securing the cows in their new home and eventual final resting place, I set about grabbing some materials to make ourselves a very quick safety shack to lay our heads in so that we could enter day 3 nice and refreshed and have somewhere to finally call our home. So I did the easy thing and dug a few blocks into the mountain, added a torch, a door and a bed, and finally we had ourselves a home. Day 3 started with a few simple bits of housekeeping, some torches to keep away mobs, the start of a small farm, and then on to extending the room we would now call home. A bit of chest management later, and we were back outside to mine the coal I had noticed on the way down. This took us yet again to night time, and so we headed to bed to pass yet another day off the calendar. Day 4. This started with some cow breeding, and then we were off on our first adventure. As I will mention several times in this video, this 100 days is our second attempt to succeed the challenge, and as we were in a recreated world of the original, we do have a bit of a head start compared to a fresh one, because I actually remembered where some key locations like villages, nether portals and other bits were located. So we headed off to the second local village that I remembered about, and again went on a stealing rampage. We managed to get some beds, a boatload of hay, a bell, a blast furnace, a cartography table, and some other much needed loot from chests, including our very first emerald. I also managed to kill a vast amount of pigs, cows, sheep and chickens while looting the village, thus meaning we could have some food for the coming days. With night time fast approaching, I decided to set down a bed and sleep the night away before making my way back home on day 5. After making it back to main base, I unloaded all of our newfound wealth into our chests and then proceeded to plant the few saplings we had found and start our very first tree farm. This was followed by some farming, some landscaping outside in preparation for the bigger base, and finally more sleep. Day 6 was now at hand and the time for another small adventure. I remembered on the way back home from the day before that there was a nether portal nearby too, and that would be a good source of some early game items like tools and armour. So I headed out to find it using my memory from the previous attempt, and it didn't take long to stumble onto it. A gold sword, a gold axe, gold trousers and a golden apple were a very welcome surprise when I finally found the destroyed portal location. And then, my first fail. I used my stone pickaxe to mine the golden block, and only after did I realise I hadn't yet upgraded to iron tools, and the block broke. Don't worry guys, this won't be my first embarrassing fail this episode. In fact, it's right with them, and I have no doubt I'll continue making Minecraft mistakes for many months to come as I learn the intricacies of the game going forward. After failing to get the block of gold, I headed back home, grabbing a few resources on the way, and when I finally reached the base, it was time to start the rotation that will be ever familiar to long-time survival players. Breeding, harvesting, and chest management. This took considerable time, and by the time I had finished it was time for more sleep, and another day ticked off the calendar. The following day started in almost total disaster when a creeper made it into my cow pen and killed most of the cows and destroyed almost the whole pen. So I set about rebuilding the pen and started from scratch with the breeding process. From there, I started to lay some sugarcane, again drawing from lessons learnt from our first attempt. I now knew just how much sugarcane we would need for later enchantments and villager trading, so I knew I would need to start early on in the run to build up a large enough stockpile that would handle its later game needs. Over the next few days, I started to mine. The goal was to find the great cavern that I knew was below the base. It had loads of diamonds, some spawners, a mineshaft and a copper dungeon. But to be honest, this process didn't go well to start with. But we did find our very first bit of iron, and we were able to finally upgrade our tools, so I won't class it as another fail. Some more mining later, and we had found some redstone, some lapis, some more emeralds, but still no cavern. This was starting to get annoying now. I knew that it was there, but I just couldn't find it. So after some more failed digging, I returned to the surface to smelt all of the iron and gold I had found, and went about the daily routine yet again, ending with sleeping and progressing to day 10. As the sun rose on day 10, we headed back down to the mine, and after some more digging, we finally found the original cavern I had been looking for. I quickly made for all of the easy to get diamonds, and then proceeded to light up pathways to the other things I remembered the locations of, like the skeleton spawner, the mineshaft, and the amethyst cave. After a long time in the mine, I headed back to the surface to harvest all of the crops, breed the cows, and store everything I had taken from the deep dark depths of the mines. Yeah, at this point, I was really starting to feel a bit like a Lord of the Rings dwarf with the amount of time I was spending underground, and needed to treat my eyes to a bit of daylight. After the harvesting and breeding was done, it was time for Laura to log on and start to help. So I crafted her some iron armour, made some tools for her to use, and together we headed back down to find the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Yeah, like I said guys, I'm a bit of a Lord of the Rings nut, and I'm sure this will become more apparent as time goes on, but the bottom line, we headed back down into the mines with one goal: collect more diamonds. After losing several days mining, we headed back to the surface and went about the daily chores. After the chores were done, I decided it was time to get Laura and Albie into some diamond armour of their own. Seeing as how we had found 67 diamonds so early on, combined with the amount I found between day 1 and 10, and I had already made myself diamond tools and a few bits of armour, we easily had enough to upgrade all of their armour and tools too. So we quickly geared up, and then it was time for a shocker. Laura turned down the use of the armour and instead asked me to put it on an armour stand for Albie to see when he logged on next, and could be pleasantly surprised at how much progress we had made in such a few short days without him. So, after a quick Google search, yeah, I have to do that an awful lot in this series, I made an armour stand and threw a full set of diamond armour on it so Albie could have a nice surprise when we finally let him log on and see what we had achieved. Now, if I didn't mention it yet guys, Laura and I actually decided to keep Albie off of Minecraft for a few days after I died on our first attempt because he was extremely upset that I had died and we needed to reset the world, losing all of our hard work in the process. And while this may sound a bit harsh, the idea was done out of love. See, we know that if Laura and I worked really hard and fast, we could almost rebuild all of the things we had done in the first attempt in a quarter of the time. And then, when Albie did log on, we could almost let him start at the point in which I died before, and this hopefully would cheer him up a bit. And, as you will find out later in the video, this idea worked really well. And, well, I don't want to ruin that for you. I will say Laura and I are very happy we made the choice to rebuild in secret because he was over the moon. But I digress, and I'm sure I will do that many more times in the video, so let's hop back to it. We finished up the remainder of day 15 and 16 with some more harvesting, more breeding, smelting up all of the materials, and then I had a quick trip over the pond to the lava pit to grab some early obsidian. As the sun rose on day 17, we entered into phase 2 of our 100 days, the base build. This phase, like many others, actually started with a good old Google search again, because I can never quite remember how to build in circles in Minecraft. After finding what I needed, I set about using the dirt blocks to build myself a template on which the base would later be built. The dirt block template phase of the build took me several days to finish up, but I finally finished it, and now it was time to hop on to the cobblestone replacement phase. And yeah, I know, cobblestone doesn't look that great, and as I write this script, post day 100, we have actually already decided as a family to do a day 100 to 200 video. And a lot of that video will be building and does include replacing all of the cobblestone on the base with a far better looking block. But for now, it's a resource that we had plenty of, so it made sense to use it. Now as I built the base, I actually had a great idea, and something that would be a little bit different from the first attempt's base, and that was to turn the dead space under the base into a farm, rather than having to go down to the water like we did in attempt 1. So this meant making up some pillars, lining up the fences underneath, and eventually this would become our mini mega farm. I also took some time out here and there to harvest crops, breed and kill cows, and smelt up some juicy steak to eat, as I was already getting tired of living on bread. This also allowed me the chance to redo the cow enclosure and bring down a set of actual stairs to the base instead of using a ladder design as we had used in our first attempt. This took a fair old time and included a massive amount of mining to clear out the mountain, so I'll actually skip ahead a few days here and save you from watching something so boring. Day 25 we hop back in, and this day starts with a lot of farming, harvesting, breeding, chopping down wood from the saplings that had now finally grown. Then it was time for the big move, time to turn the dead space under the base into an actual farm. This took many days and several pickaxes and shovels too, but eventually we got there. Then it was time for fail number 3, or maybe number 4, I don't actually remember at this point. See, the armour stand I had placed down before for Albie's armour, I now needed to move, and for the love of all things holy I could not work out how to move it. So I eventually gave up and simply dropped it into the ground and covered it over with dirt, and planned to make another one. Shh, don't tell anyone. Even now he doesn't actually know there's an armour stand hidden under his farm. I spent several more days finishing up the farm area, using glowberries and bone meal to include lighting and colour, and finally it was time to start planting some crops. But then, the next fail. I'm just going to stop keeping count at this point. See, I didn't know that light sources had a block number that they covered, and I couldn't place seeds down in the dark areas. So back to Google to figure out why I couldn't place crops, and eventually I stumbled across the answer. I then set about correcting the issue and added some glowberries and slabs to the ceiling to light up the dark blocks. And finally, after many days, we had a working farm. Well, almost. I will continue to make several tweaks over the coming days, while also going about other tasks, but ultimately the farm worked. Mostly. I then moved on to chopping down all the trees that had grown in order to replenish the wood that I had used earlier. This took a bit of time, but doing so allowed me to start the second floor of the base, the area that later on would become our bedroom, enchanting room and nether portal room. This took a fair time to complete as I kept running out of materials, but eventually it was completed and the time came to throw up some lights and to make the place look a little bit more bright and homely. Then it was back to the mundane tasks of harvesting, breeding and chest management for a short time, before finally adding in some beds and an enchanting room to the upper floor. This led to our first enchantments, and yet another fail. See, as I watched these videos back in order to write my script, I actually noticed not only did I get efficiency 5, I also got 2 times fortune 3, and totally didn't pay attention to it and missed grabbing them for lesser, more useless enchantments instead. Yeah, I'm never going to learn at this rate. After sorting out all the books I had just made, I headed back to bed, and that brought about the end of the next section of days, because we were now on day 30, and time to push on at some knots, because we only had a few more in-game days until I finally got to show Albie the new world. As we pushed past the day 30 mark, I continued with the base, and decided it would be a good point to add in our nether portal, but I didn't have enough obsidian, so it was back across to the lava pit to mine some more. That's when I had the great idea of grabbing some villagers while I was over this way. Yeah, why did I decide to do that? I totally forgot how much of a pain in the backside it was to get villagers into our base the first time around, and so it was time to learn that painful lesson. Again. 2 days it took me to move one villager from the village to the base, and I was already starting to regret my life decisions at this point, but I knew we would need them for later game, so I had to suck it up and just get on with it. After a failed attempt to boat the villager into the actual base, I had the great idea to make a villager centre under the base next to the farm. An idea that sounded great at the time, but would later prove to be fatal because of yet another massive fail. But I won't talk about that now, I'll let you wait and see what happens. After finally securing the villager in a stone square, I headed back into the base to finish up our nether portal and hop on through to see what spawn it would give us, just hoping it would be better than the last. Yeah, it wasn't. In actual fact, it was only a few blocks over from our attempt 1 portal, because I didn't know that portal locations had set locations in the nether when located against their overworld counterpart. Thanks again Minecraft Google for imparting yet more wisdom on me. Now, while this was very disappointing at first, it also meant that yet again I could use my memory to quickly find the nether fortress we had located in attempt 1, and this would probably save us many in-game days hunting for that much needed blaze spawner. After securing the nether portal on the nether side, it was back home to work on the base some more, and to get some more enchantment books made. I then set about putting some of my enchants on my gear, and yet again it was time for another painful lesson. I knew nothing about how enchanting actually worked. I had no idea certain enchantments could not be placed together, so I did mess up a bit here, but as I always say to the kids, it's always a good day when you learn something new. After messing up with books, I then noticed I needed more XP, so it was time to slaughter off the cows and hope it gave me enough XP for the early enchants, because at this point I hadn't made the mob grinder for XP. I literally spent about 15 minutes killing off the herd of cows, but it did thankfully give me enough XP levels and some more leather for books and steak for food, so overall not a total waste of time. Now, while I didn't manage to get all of the enchantments onto my gear due to XP, I did manage to get Fire Protection 1, Feather Falling 1 and Unbreaking 1 onto the boots, so I was feeling really happy at this point. But then I had a moment of painful realisation. I was going to have a massive amount of XP for enchantments, because I not only needed to enchant my gear, but Albie and Laura's too. Damn, that's going to be a lot of AFK farming later in the video, that's for sure. Anyway, after putting the books back in the right chest and sorting out my inventory, it was time for bed, and on to the next day. Heading into day 33, I decided I would have to start getting more villagers over to the base so we could start trading as quickly as possible, and I had been putting this off for far too long because of the fun I had with the first one. But nevertheless, I headed to the village and grabbed a second to steal away for our base. After yet more problems with this villager than the first, we did finally manage to get him trapped in the farm, and even did our very first villager trades, grabbing some emeralds for a stack of carrots. Laura and I then set about making an actual room for the villagers. After a little mishap meant I spent almost 1 real-life hour trying to catch an escaped villager and return him to the base. So we dug out some more of the mountain and made a small bedroom off the side of the farm for them to live in, hoping not to have a repeat of the Great Escape. This was followed up by some more enchanting, harvesting and general comings and goings in Minecraft before I finally got back on with some base upgrades. Time was really starting to run out now, and we had promised Albie before taking him to school that he could play Minecraft that night when he got home. So I smelted up some glass and got about adding the glass panel to the front of the base. But like always, we had severely underestimated just how much we would actually need, and I had to send Laura off to grab some more sand. This was okay though, because it meant I could head back down into the mine and carry on searching for the copper dungeon and more diamonds. After much searching, I did in fact end up with a load more diamonds, iron, lapis and redstone, and also made a great discovery. The copper dungeon I had been looking for all this time was right under my nose. This came as a real surprise, because in the first attempt when we found the other end of it, and it was a very long way from where I found the back end of the same dungeon this time. So yeah, a very happy mistake to come across this so quickly, because it now meant I had a way to farm some XP, some materials, and possibly get some great rewards. After making a path down to it and lighting up the area, I decided I would head inside and see what I could grab in terms of rewards. I already knew there would be some great loot in the chest, but I was hoping to get something solid from the spawners when I cleared the various rooms. Alas, I didn't get a lot of things I really wanted, but we did get some cool loot from the chest and some much needed XP, so it wasn't a total waste of time. Oh, and I also ended up with a load of trial keys that, even after many Google searches, I still have no idea how to use. The Minecraft wiki says what they are, but I'll be damned if I can actually get them to work anywhere. So either I'm still missing something, or I'm just being dumb. More likely the latter, but I'm sure one day we'll find out how to use them. When I arrived back at base, Laura informed me about all of the glass waiting for me, so I set about finishing up the front windows of the base so it looked a little more complete and no longer would just be a gaping hole at the front of our base. I then set about fixing up the villager's house I had made earlier with the spare glass, and ended the day with what I thought was a really nice little villager house, even if this was just a temporary fixture. Night had fast approached by this point, so it was time for sleep, and the following morning I decided I would head back down to the copper dungeon, knowing there was still much loot to be had. This took me a fair old while, to be fair, because I planned on taking it slow and steady and safe so I didn't die. Oh, and I definitely made sure to block up that annoying spider spawner so I didn't have to worry about being poisoned by a stupid spider. Again. A short time later and I was full, so I had to make yet another run up to the top to clear my inventory. This then led to a few minor detailing points on the base before logging off to head out and get the kids from school, and the eventual reveal of the new world to Albie. Yeah, he had no idea we had been working on this for 2 nights when he was in bed, because we managed to keep the thing entirely secret from him the whole time. As I said before guys, Albie is only 8, and he got really upset that I died and we had to restart the world, that Laura and I really wanted to give him something to be happy about right off the bat. And this next section of the video will be a bit of live recording as we reveal the base to Albie and you get to see his reaction. Hey guys, so we're actually jumping in with a bit of an edited in live segment. As I said earlier in the video, this is our second attempt, isn't it?
Yeah.
A 100-day video, because what did Daddy do?
Oh.
Yeah, I fell into the nether in the first video, as I said earlier, and died. And you got a bit upset, didn't you, to be honest, about having to delete the world. But they're the rules of 100 days, aren't they? So we listened to the rules, we wiped the world, and we started again, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I felt really, really bad. As I've said throughout this video already, I felt really, really bad, and I made it my mission as quickly as possible to try and get things back to some degree of what they were before. Albie hasn't seen it. I've kept him off of Minecraft for 2 days, so he hasn't seen it. I've done nothing. Me and Laura, as you've seen already in the video, have done nothing but play Minecraft for 2 days. Every night when the kids have gone to bed, it's been like staying up late, cracking out as much as we can. And I thought it'd be really cool to do this live so that you can see his reaction, to see what Mummy and Daddy have been doing the last 2 days, yeah?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes. If it decides to load.
No, it hasn't loaded yet.
Is it loaded in?
There you go.
So
This is your new base.
Oh.
All right. I actually got the semicircle or full circle because it goes underground properly this time. All right.
Yep.
Right.
There
we go. Look. So we've got furnaces.
Yeah.
Anvil.
And nail.
You need to teach me how to use this.
I don't even know how to.
Right. Well, we'll have to watch some videos on YouTube on
Photography.
how to use this, won't we?
Photography
All right.
table. Yeah.
So we've got everything on boxes, so you know what they are. If it's got a chest above it, it's the same as what's below it. All right.
All right.
It just means we've got too many of them.
Too much of it.
So what's in this one?
Iron.
Or in all of our ores. We've got 24 diamonds, but Daddy's already got some diamond bits. Alright?
Do you have diamond armor? Oh, yeah.
Random gear in here. Okay?
Yeah.
Got a few saddles for you. Alright?
Yeah.
We've got... Oh, let's turn
That looks
back
cool
that way.
upside down. So look,
We've got
armor.
armor
There.
and bits in here. Nothing in that one yet. This is just random blocks that I've acquired that I haven't put in proper chests yet. Alright?
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have a silk touch pickaxe still?
that's
My
yours.
arm.
That's for you.
Thank you. Thank
Happy?
you. Yeah, thank you.
Alright, so you got diamond armor, and there's nothing in that one. Alright, so this is it's still a work in progress, but this is our base.
What
Alright, we've got some barrels for some store. We are only on day 38. That's how much me and Mummy have been working. And up here,
38 days. Wow.
got an
Enchantment table.
enchanting table, and we've already made loads of books. Alright,
Can I enchant some of my armor with
Yeah.
that, maybe? Oh!
beds. What one's yours?
Green.
What one's Daddy's?
Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, a mega nether portal.
Yeah, made you a big nether portal.
Good morning.
Alright, we're gonna have to do some decorating in here
Decorating.
because I only built this earlier today. Alright,
Okay.
so that's that. We've got little doorway so we can come out onto the balcony.
Balcony.
What have we got down here?
Tree
Look,
farm.
tree farm.
No,
Right, we've
where's
got our
the
sugar cane down there.
Did you break the dirt?
Cows. We got loads of cows. Really, the very first thing Daddy did on like day 2 was drag the cows over. But I got even more of a surprise. Look, we got a bell.
How did you make the bell? With
I stole
golden...
it. No, I stole it from the village. They had 2, so I stole one. Yeah, so down there's
Oh, I
our
know where.
down there's our sugar cane.
farm, I see. Ooh!
Is
Where
that
did
cool?
you find glowberries?
Is that cool?
Yeah. Did you
There you
think
go.
that?
This is our farm,
Wow.
mega farm. And in here we've got seeds. And in this one we've got all our food. Look,
Wow.
lots of food.
That is actually pretty nice.
There's still more surprises yet. Ready?
A villager!
We've got a farm villager. Okay? So that we can start trading with him to get emeralds. We can give him carrots for emeralds. I know it's a bit
Emerald?
expensive, but we can give him carrots for emeralds.
We
And
don't care.
we've got loads of carrots, and we can take this further back if we want to.
Yeah, to make
Alright,
it
so make
even
it even
mega
bigger.
farm.
Yeah, we can make it even bigger by pushing it further backwards.
Yeah.
And then there's one more surprise in here.
A Fletcher. No.
He's,
What is
he's
it?
an armourer.
Armourer.
Problem is, they've got to work out a better way of getting to him because he likes to stay at the back of his room.
And he's lazy.
Yeah. I think what I might have to do is take it in some. I take it in some here. I'm not sure. Oh no! I just broke.
The glass pane. You won't break through that.
Yeah, but he won't come up.
Make the door at the back, maybe.
No, I think I need to make an actual. The problem is, if I make a door, then he escapes.
Yeah, you can open it.
I'll tell you what. Actually, while he's asleep, do you know what we could do?
No.
I've had an idea.
Zombies can get into it.
No, he won't. They won't if I'm quick. That's why we're going to do it while he's asleep, because he can't escape, because Daddy also had loads of problems trying to get him. I'm going to have to block it all up for a minute, and we'll go get some more glass.
Really?
Alright, and then we'll do the front as glass again with a little hatch in it, because then we can see through it, see? But now it's a smaller room, we should be able to interact with him through here, look. So we can then trade emeralds
Why?
for armour, and if we get his armour up high enough, we get diamond stuff, don't we? But
Yeah.
we need lots of emeralds for it, alright? Lots
yeah,
of
from
emeralds.
the
So,
villager in the farmer villager.
do you know what, actually, I wonder how
Don't wake him up.
that would look.
Looks better.
It does look better, doesn't it?
Or maybe do on the side and top and...
Make it look a bit more like a countertop, doesn't it?
Yeah. Makes it look more countery top than
And then
mine.
if we get some,
Just some up there.
if we get some more glass for here.
That'll make it look way more better.
Problem is the glass doesn't attach there now though. Or do we take this glass out here?
And put 2 blocks.
Put-
Yeah.
Put blocks
Yes, I think that.
like that.
Yeah, that looks a bit worse.
No, hang on, I'm not finished yet. If we do that and that. Oh, phantom.
Phantom. I don't like their liquidy eyes.
Right, we need to get some more glass in a minute, and I'll show you what we're going to do, alright?
Can you hit the phantom in one
Hang
hit
on.
and kill him, maybe?
No. Come on. Come on. Ah!
With an arrow sword, you boy could.
Maybe. I hate phantoms, but this is how long Daddy hasn't slept for about 15 days, I don't think.
And you're getting bad luck.
Alright, he's gone up there. Now, what Daddy's thinking is that we can just take these out now, because he can't escape, can he, through one
No,
block?
but
See?
phantoms could fly in.
And now he's got like a proper shop, hasn't he?
Yeah. Did you not think about the phantoms, though? Day, I got surprised.
Where's he gone?
And Day, I got surprised.
Hang on.
I might for free on the tablet. I got a surprise on the skin on the YouTuber for free. I'll whisper it to you so you might know.
Got him! Oh no, my XP's up there. That's alright. Right, got him. So what do you think of your
I love
base 2.0?
Love
We've got
it.
some villagers. Was that another one?
Phantom.
No, I don't think it was. Yeah, so what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah.
I think we've got to do something more with the front of this though. I don't like
That is a
the
vibe.
front of
That
this.
looks better.
There we go. Now it's looking a bit more like a shop, isn't it?
Yeah. More like my shit
And what I'm thinking is, if we can try and get the rest of the villagers,
in there.
no, in huts next to it. Yeah. So we got that. And then the next one can go here. We'll clear this out, and the next one goes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so on and so forth. That way we've got all of our shops, and we can still access the burner. Look, so we can still use the blast furnace, can't we?
Yeah, I think the villager can as well. I don't know.
So what do you think?
Yeah. I
I
like
think
it.
we need some torches on the front though.
Like it.
Now we've done that, we need a couple of torches on the front, and let's.
Oh, iron shovel. Why are you using an iron shovel still? And
Because
not
it's just
diamond?
enchanted one that I got from
A copper dungeon.
yes,
Did
which
you
I will
really?
show you tonight.
Is it
Right.
not broken though? Did you break
I'm
the
thinking we try to make a bit of a path.
which looks run down?
That looks like we're actually walking on bits every day. There we go.
And it looks run down.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I
Right.
like it like that.
So there we go. We've got a bit of a path going round now, so we kind of know where we're going as well.
I don't know what I use. More of the bar down the bottom when you're
There.
making it
How
like
about
grass
that?
path.
Does that look okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Right. So what do you think overall? Are you happy? Yeah? Cool. There we go, guys. Unfortunately, a little bit longer than what I expected. So let's jump back to the rest of it, I guess, and kind of see what happens, because we haven't actually recorded the rest of it yet. This is it. I wanted to show him, and now we'll jump back to the narrated part. So we'll see you then.
See you then.
Day 39 to 43 was a very fun few days. It started as most days do, with some harvesting, some breeding, and then it was down into the deep depths of the mines to let Albie have his first ever experience of a Minecraft dungeon. We took this trip super slow so I could explain to Albie how to complete it without dying, and he really surprised me with how good he was. Not only at playing the game, but how good he was with a sword and a bow too. He made light work of many skeletons and sand zombies, and we sailed through the dungeon, picking up loads of great loot along the way. Most notable was the 2 enchanted crossbows, some emeralds, some enchanted iron armour, ender pearls, and many other great bits that would be very useful later on in the video. After we finished every room or trial in the dungeon, we headed back up to home base, with all our new shiny loot, and set about storing it in the correct chests. Well, at least I did. Seems I have much to teach Albie still in the ways of organisation and sorting. We then took our newfound XP levels and did some enchanting, placing some much needed upgrades to both our armour, tools and weapons. Then it was time to move on and get back to the daily routine of breeding, harvesting and sorting. After finishing up the basics, we then started to do some villager trading and concentrated all of our built up resources to level up the villagers to get their max levels unlocked. Now, I don't want to ruin too much of the later video, but this indeed turned out to be a huge waste of our time, but probably not for the reasons you may think. After doing the trading, Albie had an idea for extending the villager huts, and so we set about upgrading and building new huts for our future villagers to call home. This took us a little while to finalise on the design we liked, but eventually, after some trial and error, we had made a second villager hut and connected it back to the main room, where we had placed beds in hopes of breeding our villagers into an entire family. We then had a bit of a moment with a zombie right outside the villager hall, and this really was our warning and alarm bell ringing moment, but neither Albie or myself realised the true danger this zombie posed. We cut him down with a few slashes of our sword and moved on, not thinking any more about it. Oh, if only I could turn back time to this moment and realise the warnings this one zombie was giving us. But more on that later. If you could figure out where this is going, by the way, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sure you will all figure it out faster than we did. We finished off the day with some more harvesting, farming and extending the cow pen a little bit more, and then it was time to sleep as the halfway mark of the challenge was rapidly approaching and we still had a ton of things we needed to get done. The next day while Albie was at school, I decided I would head into the Nether and find that fortress we needed for blaze rods, and I kept my fingers crossed I wouldn't die this time around. It didn't take me too long to remember the path I had taken before, and soon I was back at the infamous lava pool that had ended our first attempt at a 100-day video. I stood on the side of the lava for a while, contemplated if I should try my luck at bridging again. But I soon decided, actually, I would just play it safe this time, so as not to disappoint Albie again with a needless reset of the world. So I tunnelled up and around the lava pool, and this took considerable time, but to be honest, I don't regret doing it, because I cannot bridge, and I probably would have thrown away all of our hard work yet again on another needless death. After a long time digging, I finally made it to the fortress, and now it was time to try and single-handedly take on some blazes. I didn't remember it being this difficult the first time round, but then I remembered I had Albie with me the first one. That was making life a lot easier. So I decided the safe way to play this would to actually be to tunnel to the side of the blaze spawners and attack them from in cover. This plan was working well to start with, but then a blaze jump scared me from behind and I ran out of arrows, so I had to formulate a new plan of attack. For the second attempt to get the blazes, I decided was to come from below and behind, so I tunnelled my way back in, and this was far more successful, and I ended up with a total of 9 blaze rods. Now, I couldn't remember if that was enough, but with so many blazes spawning, I decided I would head home, and if I needed more later, I could come back with Albie to get the remaining few that we needed. On the return to the base, I decided I would spend some time upgrading the nether portal room from the boring stone-looking room to a more nether-themed look. So I took down all the walls and ceilings and filled them in with some nether blocks. Yeah, that's much better. A room befitting a portal now. I do have further plans for this room for our day 100 to 200 video, but for now, this is a much better looking room, and Albie was very happy when I showed him after school. Day 47 to 50 was a fairly boring few days, to be fair. I headed back to the nether and began using all of the gold we had saved up to start trading with the pigmen in hopes of getting more ender pearls. This was a very boring time. I used up all of my 64 stack of gold and left empty-handed. Yeah, that's right, not even 1 pearl. Part of me wanted to slash down the pigmen as retaliation for bad trades, but I knew better this time round. After killing one in the first attempt and quickly learning that that was a super bad idea. So downbeat about the trades, I headed home and made as much gold as I could from the golden nuggets I had farmed on the way finding the pigmen in the first place. I really should learn to start taking a crafting table with me wherever I go, so I don't have to keep heading home for absolutely everything. The golden nuggets didn't amount to that many ingots, so I retrained my efforts for the day to trading with the villagers. I turned all my wood into sticks and set about levelling up the armourer, the fletcher and the farmer. I'm not actually sure at what point the breeding process worked and we got ourselves a baby villager that seemed to almost grow up overnight and take a job, but I was glad to find that it had worked, and now we had an extra villager to acquire things from. I spent the next day doing the same trades until I could no longer trade with them, and then decided I would head out on another adventure. Remember that nether portal from the first few days? Well, it was time to head back there, because in my head I thought that a different portal would surely give me a different nether spawn. I really should start looking these things up before I waste my time, because the new portal literally only took me a few blocks away from my original portal, and so I had wasted yet another day on something that didn't pan out. Will I ever learn how the nether portal works, or find a bastion? I'm starting to highly doubt it at this rate. Anyway, after the nether portal idea failed to pan out, I decided to not waste the trip over this way and headed out on a little adventure. I found some horses, 2 new biomes, and stumbled onto some bamboo. This was a massive find and would really help us speed up the villager stick trading process, so I grabbed as much as I could. With night time upon us and no bed, I had to make the trip home in the dark, but finally the lights of the base came into view and I knew that I had made it safely. I made a small temporary pen to keep the horse in, knowing this would make Albie very happy when he logged on after school, and then headed inside to escape the rain and do some more enchanting. After a quick sleep, it was time to place down our new bamboo and start ourselves a stick farm. These plans were rapidly cut short when I realised just how fast the real world day had passed me by, and my alarm went off. Time to go get the kids from school. So I logged off, only to return later that evening and realised we had done it. We had made 50 days in survival mode. Not quite as good as the first attempt, where we made it to day 64, but we were 1,000 times better off on this run at day 50 than we were in our first attempt at day 64. And trust me guys, that's not even an exaggeration. We had no villagers, no cows, no enchanting table, literally nothing our first attempt. Hell, we weren't even in full diamond armour at this point in our first run, so I was feeling really happy at this point. Day 50 had now come and gone, and it was time to find something to do, as admittedly I was a little lost at what to do at this point. I didn't want to do everything by myself without Law and Albie, so I headed to the nether and thought I would try to find some ancient debris to make some netherite armour. After a long time mining, I finally found our first piece of ancient debris and I got so excited, and I quickly swapped to Google to see just how much I would need to upgrade our armour. I then immediately had my emotions put in check when I read that I needed to find a bastion and get netherite smithing diagram before being able to upgrade our gear, and I would need so much more ancient debris for 2 full sets of tools and armour. So with that in mind, I decided to head home and set about the daily tasks and keep on top of our supplies. After completing the daily routine, I headed back to the enchanting table and made some more books. And yet again, as I'm watching this footage back, I see that I let a great enchantment slip through my fingers, and I managed to pick up Piercing 5, Power 5 and Blast Protection 5, but opted for a lesser enchantment, not knowing what I know now. As nighttime closed in, I headed for bed and headed into day 53. This day started very much the same as many others. Killing cows, harvesting crops and trees, and then onto some villager trading. We then had our second great escape moment, and I spent most of the day chasing the villager around trying to get him in a boat to return him to the cave. After returning the villager, I decided that I would head back down into the mineshaft and see what I could find. I knew there were still spawners I had not found on this run, and needed to find them to get the loot from the chest, so I made that my goal of the day. After finding the spawners, I blocked them off and marked them, and then headed back out into the cave to find yet more diamonds, iron, gold, lapis and redstone. After losing several days in the mines, I headed back to the base loaded with new resources and happy with myself at yet another super successful trip. Day 56 to 61 was extremely boring, and I'll only make you watch a moment of it to be fair. I headed back to the nether and with 2 full stacks of gold found myself another pigman to trade with in hopes of getting some ender pearls. The first stack of 64 ended like the first. No joy. But then the second paid its dividends, and we ended up with a grand total of 7 ender pearls. After using all of my gold, I thought I would go for a little exploring session, as I had spent the morning reading up on the nether and had a rough idea on where to look for a bastion. But after several in-game days of searching, I gave up and headed home, yet again feeling downhearted I couldn't find what I'd set out for. Back home finally, I spent another day trading with villagers, harvesting and sorting, before I finally decided to extend our sugarcane farm now that we had a villager wanting to trade for paper. Then I got a little bored and turned to my list of priorities and tried to work out what I should be doing next. And there it was, a mob farm. Now luckily we actually had a skeleton spawner down in the mine, so I grabbed some resources and set about making our first proper XP farm. Day 61, and after watching some videos on YouTube, I had myself a plan of attack on how to build a mob farm. First I would use my water bucket to get down into the cavern, and then I would build up using ladders and much of the cobblestone we had been saving for unknown purposes. Now, I won't lie and say this was easy, because it was anything and everything but easy. But after many hours of trial and error, I finally completed our first mob farm, and now we had a consistent way to farm some XP for our enchantments and repairing our gear. After finishing the mob farm, I headed back to base and finished the day off with some more villager trading and daily tasks, and then more sleep. Day 64 to 71 was interesting. I got to show Albie what I had been doing for the past few days, and he loved having the mob farm and was very surprised by the fact I'd managed to get one that actually worked. We then did some mining around the farm and found a load more diamonds, gold and iron. We did some AFK XP farming so we could repair our tools and armour. We did some villager trading, more enchanting and the normal day-to-day activities to acquire more materials. And then we finished the day up rearranging the test room, as it was becoming apparent that we would need far more chests than we currently had and a far better system to arrange the things we had more efficiently. Then it was time for Albie to go to bed, so we logged off for the night. Or so we told him. Laura and myself would carry on playing while he was in bed for many more hours, and made a ton of progress on the base and building up our resources, trading and basically building up some stockpiles of resources for later game. Day 71 to 80 was extremely boring. As we fast approached the Day of Judgment, and knowing we would soon have to fight the dragon, I spent the majority of these days up and down from the farm enchanting books and getting XP, so we could be as prepared as possible to take on the Ender Dragon. It wasn't tons of fun AFK farming, but it did allow me to get on with a few jobs around the house that I had neglected to do over the past week because I had been glued to Minecraft. On day 81, after being a little too bored, I decided I would try my hand at some building. So I watched some videos on YouTube and tried my hand at building an automatic sugarcane farm. It did not go well. Why? Well, it was time for another Pete Fails moment. The video said to use observers, and like an idiot, I grabbed dispensers out of the chest and didn't even realise. So after a day of making the farm and repeatedly watching the video to work out what I had done wrong, I gave up on it and went to sleep, disappointed. The next morning I woke up and logged back onto Minecraft and tried one last time to try and get the farm to work, but still I had not picked up on my mistake. So I left the farm be in hopes that Albie may be able to make it work for me later in the day. And yeah, I won't ruin it, but he did roast me a little bit when he worked out what I did wrong, but I'll show you that later on. On to day 82 we go, and now it's time to show you what alarm bells we missed earlier in the video. See, we started the day well. We did daily tasks and then some villager trading with our villagers that were 100% normal villagers. Then more enchanting and harvesting, and then I wanted to put away the sugarcane and wheat seeds. This meant heading to the farm, and that's when it hit me. Well, not straight away as you can see, but somehow a horde of zombies had managed to get into the villager area and not only kill off our villagers, but turn the others into zombies. So a quick panicked Google search to find out if I could do anything, I quickly came across the answer on how to turn the villagers back to normal. Time to make that happen and 100% succeed, because otherwise we have lost about 70 days worth of work trading away our materials to level them up. And yay, it worked. I couldn't believe it. We managed to turn a zombie back into a villager. Well, for all of about 30 seconds at least, because the other zombie villager didn't turn at the same time, and he turned that villager back into a zombie, and then that zombie turned into a villager 30 seconds later, and, well, you kind of see where this is going. I ended up curing and turning both villagers back into zombies, and with no means to fix the issue anymore, I took the hard decision to put them both out of their misery. So now, all of our hard work had been lost, and we needed more villagers to start again.
Why, God, why?
Day 83. We decided that after the villager problems the night before, we would just head off into the world and try to find the end portal. No longer could we wait, because there was not enough time or days left to start the whole villager trading process again. So we dropped some bits in the chest, grabbed our eyes of Ender and anything else we thought we may need, and left for what would be our last adventure of this 100 days. Again, as I write the script post 100 days, I have to interject and add something. At this point, I made a massive mistake. Again. I forgot that I had not fully enchanted Albie's gear, and we were heading into the dragon fight with one of us extremely underprepared, and none the wiser to the fact. With that said, back to it. Now our adventure wasn't exactly short to find the end portal by any means. We ended up travelling through multiple biomes before finally setting foot in the desert biome that would later prove to be the home of the end portal. After finally coming across the end portal location, we did a bit of exploring inside. And not really finding anything of great use, we decided that we would head to the portal room and discuss what our options were heading into the final few days. Day 86, and heavily excited, we decided, why not go for the dragon now? No point wasting time here searching, and no point going home, as it took us 3 in-game days to get this far. So with that decided, the final battle was now nigh, and I take you to some live commentary of our first attempt at killing the End Dragon. Hey guys, welcome to the live bit of commentary here. So me and Albie finally made it to the end. We are on day 86. We've actually done it a little bit early. We planned, didn't we, just to find it. But we found it and we thought, why not? We're here. We've got our gear. Let's give it a go. Should we do it?
Yes.
Come on then, let's go.
God, please
For the
give
first
us
time,
luck.
first time ever, let's go kill the Ender Dragon.
Please, God, keep us alive.
We'll stay alive. Right. You ready, Bubba?
Let me just get my blocks out quickly so you know.
Right.
And let me just tuck this in.
You ready?
Yes.
Yes, let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, I just thought I'd die. I fell right through. Wait, what's happened?
It says joining world. I don't know.
Oh, Daddy, that's good.
Right, stay there, because I've not loaded in yet. Oh, right, okay, where are we? Torches up. Let's put a torch up.
Wait,
I'm guessing we've got to go up, have we?
Yeah, we got to break. It's the end of the dragon's house.
Right,
So.
okay. I'm guessing we've got to go up, so let's make some stairways up.
Daddy, I'll go straight to one of the pillars.
Right, if we get in any trouble, if this is safe, if we get in any trouble and you need to heal or anything, you come running back down here and put yourself back in, alright?
Yeah, so I'm not going to make a house then.
Well, we'll see when we get up there.
Daddy,
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't want to die, do we?
No, this is the spawning platform.
Right. Oh, what's this? Oh, look, there's the dragon! Oh, there's Enderman everywhere! Oh, there's literally Enderman everywhere.
I'm scared.
Right, come on, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I'm scared now. Daddy, I'm going to pillar up to the pillars, Daddy.
Okay.
And then stop shooting them down.
Right, be careful of the dragon, though, alright?
I will. I've got my shield and I'll be okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, Daddy.
I've got to take them... We've got to take them crystals out, don't we? Ah! Do not look at the Enderman.
Did they just attack you?
No, I think the dragon was attacking me.
I need to get my iron attack out. That probably wasn't the best time to do it. Daddy.
I'm trying to aim to take these out.
She aim it. No, Daddy, the Enderman. The Endermans are chasing the Ender Dragon.
Well, I think we're going to have to.
Pillar up.
I don't know what we've got to do. I know we've got to break these, haven't we?
Yes, Daddy. I'm going up to the cage ones, Daddy.
I need to get a bit higher.
Hey, there's no point for you just trying to do that.
There is. I've got 2 stacks. This is what I bought. There we go. I got
I've
one.
got 2 stacks
I got
now.
one, Albie. I got one.
That's good.
I just got to aim higher. Yeah, I got the second one.
Ooh, that. Oh. Where is your bread? Oh.
Ah! I think the Endermen are attacking me.
Daddy, it's okay.
No, it's Dragon's Breath, Albie. It's Dragon's Breath.
Daddy, it's okay. Just run away.
I am. Right, okay, so his breath is dangerous then, yeah?
Yeah, really dangerous.
Just make sure we're not looking at these Endermen, alright?
Yes, sir.
I don't think I'm going to get those ones up there.
Daddy, see me pillaring up?
Yep, I think I'm going to have to pillar up as well.
If you have to, you have to. So. Yes. I need to eat up there.
Mate, keep yourself safe. Build a little wall or something if you have to.
No. My help.
I hope I've got enough blocks.
If you don't, I'll always go.
Oh, did you get this one?
Yeah.
That's right, I can get this one from here. Can I get that one from here?
Ooh, the Enderman is so angry of it. That one.
Oh, I got that one as well, Albie. What one's left? That one over there.
This one. Oh.
Ah! No! Oh! How am I still alive? How am I still alive? Oh my god!
Was that satisfying?
No, not really.
I thought it was satisfying.
Yeah, but there's one left and I don't know where it is.
Up at me, so I'm going to take it out. Hey, you come with me.
I'll be careful, dragon grab you.
I will.
You have to take one of those blocks out, Abby, your axe.
No. I'm going to take a while for me to break it because I need to break a block of this. I don't have enough blocks. So.
Can you not use a block of hay?
No, I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. Good job. Ooh.
I got it. What? How much health does he have?
He has a lot. Look at the bar, Daddy, up the top.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to hit him with my bow. And he's just like
I've lost some
taking...
blocks. I've lost some blocks.
It's all right, Albie. Just come down. Just come down. We can damage him. We can damage him. We got most of them.
Oh, I just hit it.
Well done. Come down, though. Come down so you're not... Are you safe? Are you down?
Yes. Ooh, super.
Do not look at the Enderman, Albie.
Oh, I just got hit it.
We are hitting it. Go on, keep going.
It's coming out.
Albie, move, move, move. Keep yourself... Albie, try to keep yourself around the towers.
Oh, I tried to spin it.
What did you do? What did you do?
I fell and died. Can get my bits, please?
Where did you fall to?
I'm literally over there.
Oh, no.
He flew me up.
And Abby, where are you
Oh,
now?
It's
You're
all
in
right.
the middle of
I
nowhere.
don't know where.
Right, you need to try and find your way back home then.
Oh, I wanted to hit to kill it.
I know you did. I know.
Nowhere, brother.
I know where I am, I think.
You can find home. You're in the sand bin.
I've got an idea. I've got a plan. There's a desert temple over there, so we're going to get this hay and pin it down to it, see if there's any iron in it.
No, you find your way home.
I don't know what way home is.
Sorry, brother.
I don't know what to do now. I got mad Enderman.
I can't go in.
I got mad Enderman, Albie.
I've got an idea. No matter what, I'm coming to find you, Daddy. There's a
No,
red
you're
Liverpool
not.
one.
Daddy's dead.
You haven't got anything, Abby.
There's a ruined Liverpool too.
Daddy's so gonna die.
Oh, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
I'm so dead. I can't heal quick enough.
Daddy, if
I
you
don't know
have-
where to go, Albie. Hang on.
Oh, luckily you just survived.
Yeah, but I've lost. I couldn't get all of your stuff back. Right, I don't need the boats down here, do I?
That means I can't do it with you.
Alright, I'm sorry, Bubba. Oh no, I've got Enderman attacking now.
So angry.
It's alright, Bubba. Come over here and watch. Block yourself into a house.
Stand so you can watch and I'll block you in.
Oh, I feel so angry.
It's okay. Don't worry. We can come and do it another day. Again.
We
Alright.
can't. I don't think we can spawn him in again. No, we can't. We can't spawn him in again.
No, I can't get in there if I do that, can I? Can Daddy do this safely? Can I stay
Yes.
over here and do this, do you
Mummy,
think?
I think there's armour in there.
Yeah, well, I'm just blocking you in it for a minute, Abby.
I got
Oh.
what happens if the Endermen get hold of me? Ah,
We can't get hold of
well
you.
they are trying to kill me, Albie. How am I meant to fight the Ender Dragon and
You can't.
Enderman?
You can't without me. Why don't
It's
I don't-
Albie, it's okay.
I did want to.
Oh look, right, okay, I may just have to do this the slow way. Do this the slow and steady way.
I wish I did kill the dragon.
Albie, it's okay, Bubba. Alright? You're 8. You've done really well to make it this far. Okay? You've done really well. Made it this far. What did he do? Did he throw were you in the dragon's breath?
No, I tried to hit it with my sword at its head. Then he sent me up flying. I tried to hit the water before I hit the floor. Then I just died.
Is he gonna come back or is he not gonna come? Do these Endermen keep spawning?
No,
Or if I kill them all, will that be
I think
if
there's where I could come.
I'm just wondering if I kill them all, will that make it? Will I not then have to worry about the Enderman?
I think there's a way I could come back.
Yeah, but I haven't got all your armour.
No.
I can't get to it all. It's all on the other side.
Oh, if there was a room there was gold. Oh.
I wanted to hit him in the face.
Oh.
Sorry, Bubba.
It's okay, Albie.
You did well.
You did very, very well.
I
Don't
should
get
ahead
upset.
and get the armour and come back.
No, I blocked you in now anyway, so.
Right, Daddy's thinking I need to come over here a bit more.
I'll do something.
Oh, I blocked you in.
I'll go on right there.
I need to try and get your items back and get my water.
I'll go
If
right
I can
there.
get my water back. There we go.
Oh, I can't. I don't have a pickaxe. Oh, I've got it. I need
Right.
some sand.
I think I've got the important bits, Albie.
As long as it's my gun armour, I don't care. That's what's the most important rarest. I was so stupid. I went.
Yeah, well, Daddy's trying to just make a house.
I should.
I'm trying to make a house. This is why I said come and make a little building, because then we can just take it slow if we have to. Can't we?
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Oh no!
I've got to go apple, Daddy. At the wrong time then too.
But eat it. You need to eat something, Albie.
Oh, dragon's breath. There's just so many I don't know what to. I really don't know what to do because all the Endermen are attacking me.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I won't.
It's okay, Albie.
I really.
It's okay, Albie. That was a mistake.
I died.
Oh no, Albie.
From the TNT in the pyramid.
Well, why are you using TNT, Bubba?
I accidentally activated the trap. I thought there was a one in it.
Right, come on, gotta be careful, alright?
I'm trying to do my best.
You need to just keep yourself in the village, Albie. Get in the village. Alright? Keep yourself safe. There's a bed there, isn't there? Right, I need to make sure that these stay 2 by 2, don't I?
Yes.
So the Endermen don't spawn in and get me.
I really wish I could come to you.
Sorry, Bubba. I know you wanted to do it. You've done really well as well. Didn't you?
Yes.
Alright, where is... I feel like the dragon's just like disappeared. And I just don't know what to do, to be honest.
I don't really know what to do without me there.
Don't hand it. That's
There's nothing.
I've not even got him down a little bit. Got him down like no health at all, really. And his fire breath can go through everything.
Yeah.
I don't really want to wait for him to come.
I'm gonna go back home.
Yeah, if you want to try and find your way home, try and find your way home. But I haven't even attacked at the end. I don't even understand why. No, don't start crying. It's okay. Hey guys, so I had to jump back in here and do a bit of voiceover work. As you heard in the background for a moment there before I kind of cut the mic off, little man got himself really upset that he got sent flying by the dragon and died. He thought he'd ruined the entire video and we would have to start all over again. We obviously reassured him that, well, that wasn't the case, and he should be very proud of himself for making it this far to start with without dying. And that dying to the Ender Dragon wasn't something to be that upset about, because it is a hard fight for anyone to complete, especially a child that is only just getting used to Minecraft and getting used to keyboard and mouse and getting used to playing on a computer rather than his Xbox. And that me and Laura, well, we were pretty proud of how well he had done up to this point through the entire thing, and that it wasn't, to quote him, a wiped run. You know, we kind of reminded him that it was just a game. He didn't need to get that upset about it. We went on to explain to him that obviously, you know, it was me that had died the first time round and wiped it, and that, you know, you lot, or as he put it, the viewers, as he called you, wouldn't mind that he died at this point. We could continue with killing the dragon, as this is our first attempt at making it this far. So we should finish the run up regardless and kill the Ender Dragon for what would be our first ever time. Anyway, with that quick kind of waffle on here, you know, added in, I guess we'll hop back into it and I'll catch you at the end. Come on, 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 come on! Yes! I got him! I got him, Albie. I got him. I made up for it. Got him, made him pay for you. I made him pay for you.
All that, look. And Dad's got no room for it all.
No, I've still got Enderman following me.
Is that the portal you've got to go in to get out?
Yeah. But I still got Enderman mad. It's alright, Albie. Oh, Albie, you got an achievement, look. Ice bucket challenge. But I still need your help in a minute. Alright? I need to just deal with this Enderman, and then I need you to tell me how to get the dragon's head. But I need... Yes. But I just need to get rid of this Enderman that's still trying to kill me. And we've got loads of pearls, so we can try again. We can come back down again, alright?
But we can't spawn the Ender Dragon again.
I thought you could.
No, we can't.
Right, okay, well guess what we'll have to do.
On a new world.
We still got, we can do the Warden. And we can do, you wanted to, what was the other one you said about? The Wither.
There's still more you can do, alright, Albie? Don't attack me, though.
I think that Enderman was down here.
Creepers are going to repay.
He keeps jumping around up below me and above me.
So how do you get the head out?
Oh, I'll get it in a minute,
it's all-
but I need to, I still need to kill this Enderman.
Oh, I've got Enderman there. I can come back to the portal.
No, it's alright, it's alright.
I'm going to kill the Enderman now. Come here, Enderman. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you no matter what. Is that one of your pillars up there?
Right, there we go. So I got the Enderman. So if Daddy's sensible now. Right, now if I remember right, Abby, it opens up. Did you say it opens up a portal somewhere in the air?
No.
Yes,
Yeah, there's
over
a
there,
gate.
over there. So that's what we need to go to the end city, isn't it? But what do I need to do to get this, Albie?
So, no, Daddy, you break the egg, you hit the egg.
What now?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right, and then
Then
what?
you'll go to the floor, you break, you know, one block, you don't break it, you break another one. Break
So I
that
hit the
one
egg, yeah?
next to it, Yeah.
Well, I just hit the egg, Albie.
You
Nothing.
look around, there,
Right.
break 2 blocks down, that one, break that block there,
Right.
then put a torch there,
Right.
then
There, like
break
that.
and then you'll get the egg.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
The
Oh, I haven't got the
juicy
room,
egg.
have I?
juicy
Let's
egg.
get rid of that.
The juicy egg. The big juicy
But
egg.
I thought there was a way you could spawn the Enderman, the dragon back in with the egg.
I thought you could actually.
That's what I mean. So I'm sure we can try it again.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to watch some videos and read up on it, won't we?
You've got 6
Are you making your way home?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Look. and we did 100 days in Minecraft. Well, we didn't quite do 100 days, did we? Because I think we did it on like day 85 or something. But we did well. All right, come here. Come here a minute, 'cause it's daytime. You all right? All right, now I know you're upset because you died, but we will try it again. You've done so well. All right? Haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. You've done so well. We've done so well together to get this far. Dying to the Ender Dragon is okay. All right. You're 8 years old and you've done so well. And I'm sure everybody watching this in the comment section will tell us how well you did through all of this to get this far. And we try again. Because we've got other things we want to do in this world, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got to kill the Wither and the Warden and all the other mobs and bits that you want to do. We've got more things to build, haven't we? Yeah?
Yeah.
So we've got plenty. And you want to go and do the Lucky Block challenge and the 1 block challenge and all these other bits. So you've got plenty of chances to go and kill the Ender Dragon, haven't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, that's going to end our live part of the video, guys. We'll jump back to the narration. So as you heard then, Albie was pretty upset with how that ended, and I totally understand why he is upset, but I also think he did extremely well, and I'm very proud of how well he had done through the entire process of making 2 worlds and surviving in both of those worlds right up until the End Dragon. It was me that had died and brought an end to the first attempt and caused a world reset, not him. And why he did die at the End Dragon, I later went on to discover the reason he died and didn't survive like I did when I had that big fall right at the beginning of the fight. Remember when I said back on day 83 that we would head out to find the portal so we knew where it was, but we always planned on heading home to make sure that we were ready for the fight? Well, there was a reason we were planning on doing it that way, and that's because Albie was missing almost all of his enchantments on his armour, except for some Fire Protection 1 and Blast Protection 1. He had nothing that you would normally take into an End Dragon fight, and compared to what I had on my armour, he may as well have not been wearing his diamond armour at all. So, yeah. That's 100% my fault, and I do think that if we hadn't have been so excited when we finally found the portal and followed our original plan to head home, then I think we would have been fine. But that aside, let's finish up the final few days. After killing the dragon, I had to make my way home, and this provided to be a total disaster and took far too long compared to the trip out. I got totally turned around several times, to be honest, and it was just a really long process. But finally, I did make it home, and after I gave Albie back all of his armour and gear, we proudly displayed the dragon egg on the balcony. We then proceeded to have a diamond and emerald party next to the egg at Albie's request to celebrate our first ever complete run in Minecraft Survival. By this time it was getting very late in the real world, so it was time for Albie to head to bed, but that would not stop me playing that night, as I had one thing planned to try and do to make Albie happy again. So I woke up the next morning, took the kids to school, and then headed back to the end with a goal of finding an end city and getting him an elytra so he could fly around the world just like Cookie does. Sadly, after many days of running around the end, I had no joy. I even headed back to trusty old Google to try and get tips on how to find an end city, and I followed those tips too. I headed in one single direction, several times, for many blocks. I turned my render distance up to maximum, and still I had no joy. With day 100 almost upon us, I had to pull the plug on the search and head back to base. Otherwise day 100 would pass while I was away from the base, and I just couldn't let that happen. So I headed for home and into our final day. And the final live commentary for this 100-day video. So welcome guys to day 100. Yeah, day 100.
And we survived 100 days except...
Well, except you died for the Ender Dragon, didn't you? But
I did do very well.
You did do very well. So, what we thought we'd do, guys, I thought we would jump in for a quick kind of live...
tour around the base.
Yeah, live tour around everything we've achieved in our day 100. I'm actually going to let Albie do this. So we're going to swap computers quickly. I'm going to let him take my character, and he's going to take you around and give you a bit of a tour and kind of show you how our first day, our first 100 days has gone, aren't you? And then, well, second attempt. At a day 100. And I will join you back again in a few moments. So, there you go, Albie. You can show everyone around.
So hello everyone. I'm going to be touring you around the base. And it's day 1. And it's day 100.
Go on in.
I need to do the character back.
There you go. Right.
So this is the Nether portal room. We've accomplished this. We've got soul sand, nether rack. We've got the Nether portal, and basalt and other bits up here. And we will try and spawn the Ender Dragon in again
Yeah,
for
we
my
will
second attempt of the Ender Dragon. And this is our bedroom, which we can squat on. Celebrate. This is our enchanting table, which we've done enchanted on the
We've done
last few
Lots
days.
of enchanting the last few days.
Yeah.
Haven't we? We've got loads of chests full of enchantment.
Yeah.
Haven't we? I've done maybe 200 levels worth of enchanting and still
Yeah.
not been able to get the enchantments that we want yet.
No.
We've got
Down here, around here, we've got a chest room. All of our chests. These are just some random ones.
Yeah,
This
we
is
haven't
our
got round
brewing
to doing all of
stand,
them yet.
cartography table,
Oh, talking
anvil.
talking of that table, Albie, why don't you ask people if they can let us know how to use it? Because we have no idea, do we?
Anyone, can you let us know how to use in Minecraft a cartography table? If you know how to use it.
Because then we could go out and do some more exploring. Because you were on about trying to find what was that house in the woods?
Swords,
Yeah, the big house in the woods that you were on
the
about.
one in the mansion.
Yeah. But I don't really want to go wandering off around the world unless we've got some maps to find our way home, do we?
No.
So if someone could let us know how to use it in the comment section, that would be awesome.
Yes, please. And the anvil. We've got a grindstone to disenchant and repair. And we've got a big furnace wall around here with food. Suspicious stew.
Yeah, we're not sure what they do either.
I do.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah, I told you the other day.
Oh, did you? Oh, silly daddy.
There's barrels in here with all the good armour, which is broken on bits. And
That's all
these are
armour
good
that we've got-
enchantments.
That's all armour that we've got for either trading with the pigmen or from the copper dungeon, wasn't it?
yeah, so really, guys, you want good enchanted armour. Because that's how you survive a lot more in Minecraft.
What about outside then? You want to show them outside?
Yes, and there's all our barrels on the balcony.
Yeah, what's on the balcony?
We got the dragon egg from the Ender Dragon, and we'll take it back to the end to fight the second Ender Dragon.
Yeah, we'll work that out, alright. What about
Yeah.
downstairs then? You going to show them outside and downstairs?
Oopsie. Yes, I've shown downstairs.
No, you haven't. We started outside, downstairs.
Oh, it looks so bright. Yes. So down here is the automatic sugar cane farm my daddy tried to do.
That doesn't work, does it? I need to work out why it doesn't work. I've done something wrong and I'm not quite sure what, and it doesn't actually, the pistons don't actually come out like
I
they
think
should
the
do.
piston should go up the top and
No, I've built it right. I think I've used the wrong block somewhere and I need to work it out. I'll do
And
that
you-
tonight. What's that then?
and this is my mummy's mine
Mummy's been mining in there for lots of
for
coal,
coal
hasn't she?
and maybe some diamonds, but she hasn't gone that deep.
Right, what else? What have we got over there? What's that there right in front of us?
Bamboo!
That's our bamboo farm.
And you
isn't
can't
it?
even get through it barely. You can barely get through it. There we go. I got through it.
And then what's that there?
Cows!
Cow farm.
And around here, we've got our personal horse. Our own personal horse.
We need to think of a name. Should we let everyone else name him?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd think Jerry. I'd
You
think
think
Jerry.
I'll tell you what, guys. Albie thinks Jerry, and I think Tom. So let us know in the comment section. Should we call him Tom or Jerry? Right, go on then inside.
Or Billy Bob.
Show him inside there.
That's a good name for me. Billy Bob. This is our mega farm.
Well, it's not really a mega farm. It's just a farm, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got our hose. Our amazing trusty hose.
What's in that side?
And all carrots and wheat and honeycomb and... Oh!
Yeah,
Enchanted
we've got
gold.
some enchanted gold.
I could have taken that to the end.
I didn't think about that.
And they
now,
survive.
show them what we've got
of course.
over there. You'll have to break the wall down. Use the pickaxe. There you go.
Oops,
What did we have in? What did we have in there?
I broke that by any
That's
chance.
all right. Yeah, look way back. What did we have in here?
Villagers, but they got zombified.
Yeah, as you saw earlier on in the video, guys, I messed up by leaving the windows open, and all the villagers got turned to zombies and died. So we're going to have to replace them at some point. And that, what about if you go back outside? I think you've got one more area to show them, haven't you? Down by the water.
Cherry block. There's our home thingies.
What's the home thingy, Albie?
Villager homes.
Villager homes. No, that's well, Daddy messed up and left the.
What did you do to the mine bit?
Well, that was on the other one, wasn't it? I got to rebuild it. I got to make it again.
Because it didn't look right.
Right. And what's down by the water? Finally.
Sugar cane.
Oh, this is our sugarcane farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which we done all that trading with the villagers to get their levels high, and then they all died, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all died.
Right, you gonna let me jump back on them?
Yes.
I can finish. So I can finish off.
I've got to restart the trees.
So there we go, guys. That is our quick 100-day tour of our mountain base. Yeah, it's been super fun. Like I say, it was something new for me to do a 100-day challenge. I don't normally play survival, as I've said countless amount of times. My wife doesn't play survival either. Our son has played a few, but normally just to the point of having fun rather than actually doing anything serious with it. So yeah, it's been a super fun challenge that we've all enjoyed doing between us, and it's something that we definitely want to carry on doing. So we've actually sat down, Albie and I, this morning, and decided that we're going to go for day 100 to day 200 next, because there's still a massive list of things that we would like to do in the game. We made a list, didn't we?
Yeah.
We want to kill the Wither. We want to kill. We want to find and kill the Warden and the Ancient City, don't we?
Yeah.
What else did we want to do? We want to get some automatic farms going properly, don't we, for different things? Yeah, we want to try and get some elytras from the end. There's lots of things that we would like to do, and we would obviously like to do that in survival. And my wife also wants to convert this island down here, where you can see Albie is down there at the moment. We're going to sort this island out. We're going to bring it all up to one level, extend it a little bit across here, flatten it out a little bit. And my wife's actually going to turn this into her own little island with kind of a mini cherry blossom biome with a honey farm and some other bits and pieces on there. So that's going to be the next aim, I guess. It'll be day 100 to day 200. With a load more challenges. I am also tempted to rebuild the base, get rid of the horrible cobblestone. You know, it's something that we used because we had lots of it. But I definitely think we could maybe change that to like some deep slate blocks and some quartz and some other nicer looking blocks rather than just the cobblestone. But anyway, that will be for the next video, and we will we will sort it out next time, and we will talk through our plans for the next episode in the next episode.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'd like to do is I think we'd like to also thank you to everyone if they stayed
Thank you.
this far for watching, won't we?
Yeah, thank you everyone for staying this far and watching.
It's been I'm sure we're recording this live, guys. I haven't actually edited the video out yet. I'm sure it is going to be a very long video. So if you have watched until the end, I would like to say thank you very much. It's been an arduous task and very challenging to do. Not just the 100-day playing, but also, I guess, writing the script, and then however many days this week I'm going to be sitting down and editing it. So if you did enjoy it, then please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. It helps us massively kind of progress the channel, and there's definitely lots of videos that we want to do, not just in the 100-day series. We want to do some things like Lucky Block, Sky Block, and other bits and pieces that we would like to do as a family, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share the video around, get some more people to watch it. Let us know any ideas you have. If there's anything in particular you would like to see us do on the channel, then let us know down below, and we can add it to the list of things to do later down the line at some point. And again, finally, what do we say? Thank you very much for watching, everybody.
And please can you like and subscribe to the channel.
We've done that bit.
Oh yeah.
They were just saying thank you for watching,
Thank
aren't
you
we?
for watching.
You had fun doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, you enjoyed it all?
Yes.
We're going to do the next 100 days?
Yes.
Yeah? Cool. There we have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Bye.